Okay, welcome again to Let's Talk Forensics with Pastor Dan. We're looking today at blood determination. Now, blood determination is a process of serology. We're looking at identification of various different types of blood. Remember, A, B, O, rhesus positive, rhesus negative, so ABO, O positive, O negative, things along those lines. So when we're talking about blood determination, what we're actually looking at here is a test to determine if a sample we're looking at is actually blood. It could be just a red stain, a paint, a red liquid. How do we know that what you're looking at is actually blood? So when we get a sample, there are two main questions that we have to ask. First of all, is what we're looking at actually blood? And second, is it human blood as opposed to like beef blood or other kind of animals, to make sure that it actually belongs to the human species? All right. Now, there are two main tests that we can do for identifying human blood. The first is called luminol. Luminol is a substance that reacts with iron in blood. And when there's iron in the blood, and human blood has a lot of iron, it turns a bright blue. And I'm sure you've seen the cop shows where they spray the liquid all over it, they turn the lights out, they put a little, all of a sudden everything is glowing, and it's glowing for quite a while. The truth is, this isn't very accurate. It's more of a stage show kind of thing. The photoluminescent process, where it starts to glow because that reaction fades quickly. So you'd have to turn the lights out quick and be able to identify it and then get the samples from there because the reaction doesn't last long. Here, let me show a video. Go up over here. All right, let's put this one back. All right, so here we have a substance. Now this over here, this bottle over here has iron in it. You can tell because it's got... All right, sorry about that. You can see that yellow color in there. And when we add the luminol and then turn the lights out without doing anything at all, it immediately starts to glow. That bluish color is the luminol. And you see how quickly it fades. And that is the process we have there. Now, the other process we have is called phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein measures pH. If you look back at my chemistry class I talk about it's an indicator in my acid-base discussion. What happens with indicators is it's a weak acid, so it dissociates in what's called an equilibrium reaction. So we have some reactants and some products. If I have more reactants and products, it causes light to bend in a certain way. For phenolphthalein, it has no reaction at all. If it goes to the anion, if there's a base present and goes to the anion into the product side, what ended up happening then is that it bends light differently and we get a unique specific color. Okay, let's go over here, look at this video, and I'm going to advance it a little bit right about there because not a whole lot of going on real quick. Like, we're going to add a couple liquids here, and when you add the phenolphthalein, it gets that red color. That red color identifies the presence of phenolphthalein, and that identifies human blood because human blood is in actuality basic in nature. All right, now there are 4 other additional tests, and I'm not going to go into detail. I'm just going to list them so that way if you ever need to refer back to them, you can look at them. The first is called a Kastle-Meyer test. A lot of these were first identified but moved away because better techniques came up. Phenolphthalein luminol. Second is microcrystalline test. Third, a precipitin test, something precipitates out in solution. And the gel tests are forerunner for DNA. All right, that's it for today. Hopefully not too bad. Take care. God bless. Bye.